Welcome to the Esthetician Coach podcast, where passion meets strategy. I'm your host and esthetician coach, Amber Boone, and each week we're talking strategies, solutions, and mindset to build and attract your best life and career yet. Welcome back. So this past week, I became a full-time entrepreneur. It was a part-time side hustle for me, but now it is my full-time hustle running Skin Soul Rituals, and I am so excited and so happy to share that with you. So as I evolve, as my business evolves, the podcast is going to evolve. That doesn't mean there's not going to be business topics and things for estheticians. There absolutely will be that, but it's going to be so much more. And I'm so excited about the direction that the podcast is going, the direction that the business is going, and most of all, the direction that I'm headed in myself. It's an exciting journey for me, and I'm definitely going to share more with you guys along the way. It was not planned. Just so you guys know, I did not plan to just go full time this soon, but you know what? Sometimes God knows what we need before we do. And I think I mentioned that on my Instagram post when I was talking about it, but just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update and share that with you and let you know that I'm not going anywhere, but the podcast is definitely evolving. My business is evolving, and I'm super excited to share more of that with you and let you in on this journey as we go. And I still have some juicy episodes coming up specifically for estheticians. So if you're here for the business side, don't worry, those aren't going away. But you'll also start to hear more episodes that are about holistic rituals, soulful beauty practices for everyone. So think of it as widening the circle, widening the topics. So it's still going to be about beauty, skincare, all of the things, but we're just talking about more things now, which I think is exciting. So today we're talking about one of the most loved, one of the most misunderstood beauty rituals out there, and that's Gua Sha. You've probably heard me talk about it before. And I think this is a great to do at home. It's great to do in the treatment room. Maybe you've seen Gua Sha stones on TikTok. Maybe you've got one sitting in a drawer. Or maybe you're curious if it's actually worth your time. And the truth, Gua Sha is so much more than a beauty trend. It's an ancient Chinese healing practice that not only sculpts your face, but it also shifts your energy, it reduces your stress, and it reconnects you with your body. Now that is something I can get behind and something that I want to be a part of. And if you've ever wondered, do I need to do this every day? Am I even doing this right? Does it really work, or is it just hype? This episode's for you. And I also have a YouTube channel, Skin Soul Rituals, and I'm putting more tutorials and things like that over there. If you need to see this on the screen, that's where to follow me to get those types of videos. And I'm also going to share my favorite Gua Sha serum, my Glow Elixir Serum that I designed specifically with Gua Sha rituals in mind. I've been doing Gua Sha for years, and I just couldn't find a serum that I loved, so I created one. But more on that later. So Gua Sha comes from the traditional Chinese medicine, and for centuries it was used on the body with a scraping technique. And they were doing this to move that stagnant energy or that qi. Qi is energy, if you didn't know. The belief is simple but powerful. So where there's stagnation, there tends to be pain or an imbalance. So when you create that flow, you're creating that blood flow to create that healing space. So over time, Gua Sha has evolved into a gentler facial practice. So instead of scraping, we glide, especially on the face. And you may still find the scraping practice on the body in practices, but instead of bruising, we're focused on relaxation and lymphatic drainage. It's great for depuffing and lymphatic drainage. So what I love most is that it's not new. It's not invented by a beauty influencer last year. Not that there's anything wrong with beauty influencers, But this has been around for centuries and it works. So it stood the test of time for thousands of years because people actually get benefits from it. They see results from it. It's not a trend. And I think that's why it resonates with me so much because it's not just about beauty, but it's about creating that harmony. And beauty is harmony when you really think about it. So let's talk about what Gua Sha actually does. And this is where most people get stuck. They think Gua Sha is just about sculpting the cheekbones. And yes, the sculpting part is amazing. I can testify, but it goes so much deeper than that. And here's what Gua Sha really does for your face and your whole being, your whole self. So, lymphatic drainage, it melts puffiness. It especially in the morning. So, it's great to do your Gua Sha in the morning because it gets rid of that puffiness, especially if you wake up with a puffy face from the night before, or maybe even puffiness around your eyes. It's a great tool to help reduce that. Muscle relaxation. So, if you're clenching your jaw or you're grinding your teeth, Gua Sha is going to be magic for you. It's going to help relax all of those muscles. It feels so good. It boosts your circulation, of course. So it's creating that circulation. And creating that circulation is what helps give you that glow. Fascia release. Fascia is the connective tissue that holds tension. So releasing it is going to help lift and smooth. And you're going to get a nervous system reset. And this is my favorite part. Every slow stroke signals to your body you're safe, you can soften, you can let go and release that stress. So imagine ending your day with that kind of ritual. That's really why I created Skin Soul Rituals. That's what it's all about, is taking care of ourselves so that we can take care of others and give more to others and give more of ourselves. Because if we don't take care of us, and you've heard it before, you can't take care of anybody else. You don't have that energy. You don't have that space. You don't have that time. So, in order to hold space for others, we got to take care of ourselves. You don't just look better, you feel better. So, let's talk about the mistakes and myths. So, myth number one, harder pressure equals better results. Nope. You are not sanding wood here. These are going to be gentle, consistent strokes. And that's going to do more for you than scraping aggressively. You could, injure the tissue and bruise yourself if you're scraping aggressively. So I definitely do not recommend that or advise that, especially on your face. Myth number two, it's only cosmetic. Nope, wrong again. The skin is connected to muscles, fascia, energy. So Gua Sha impacts your whole system. Yes, even our energy. Myth number three, you need the fanciest tool or oil. Truth, you don't, but you do need slip. Dragging Gua Sha over dry skin is the fastest way to cause irritation. And that's where I see the biggest mistake is using oils that either clog the pores or they're just sitting heavy. So you want something that feeds your skin while those tools are gliding across your face or your skin. And this was honestly one of the reasons I created Glow Elixir Serum, because I got tired of seeing people use coconut oil or random thick oils for Gua Sha and wondering why their skin felt congested or getting a glide that really wasn't a glide at all. And you ended up scraping the skin instead of gliding. Glow Elixir is going to be a lightweight serum, but it's also nutrient rich. It's infused with rosehip, vitamin E, and it has jojoba oil in it. And jojoba oil mimics our skin's natural sebum, which is why I choose it for all of my products. So it actually works with your skin. So every time you do Gua Sha, you're not just moving lymph, but you're nourishing your skin barrier. You're feeding it antioxidants and creating that glow from within because you're getting collagen boosting, you're getting brightening. So if you've ever felt like your Gua Sha stone was just dragging on your skin, or if you feel greasy afterwards, this is why. So the right serum is going to change the whole experience. And honestly, that's why I called it Glow Elixir, because it's not just skincare, it's a ritual in a bottle. And I have this over on my Skin Soul Rituals website. If you want to grab it, I have it in a 1 ounce and a 1.7 ounce. And it's going to last you a while. Even using it morning and night, a little goes a long way. You can even use it as a hydrating serum too. Okay, now let's talk about how to make gua sha more than just another thing on your to-do list, because we've all got a to-do list that is a mile long. I know I do, especially starting this business and now being full-time in this business. The to-do list never ends. So, we're going to set the scene. Light a candle, brew some tea. I usually have a cup of tea when I'm doing my gua sha, but put your phone away and just take this time for you. So set your intention. Ask yourself, what do I want to release today? Tension, maybe stress, maybe self doubt, or what do I want to invite in? Maybe you want more radiance. Maybe you want calm in your life. Maybe you need some calm. You've been stressed out. Maybe you want to feel more confident in your day to day. And next, you're going to pair it with your breath. So inhale as you place the stone, exhale as you glide. So inhale, place the stone, exhale, glide. Every stroke becomes an exhale of stress. Consistency is going to be key to making lasting changes. So 5 minutes every day will change your skin more than one random 20-minute session. I know we all have those ideas where we're going to start a practice and we're going to spend, 20 minutes doing it, but that's just not realistic for most of us in our day-to-day. At least it's not in mine. But if I know I've got 5 minutes and I'm going to set 5 minutes aside every morning, if you do that for 21 days, it will become easier to make that an actual habit, because I don't recommend starting 50 things all at once. Add in one thing at a time. And gua sha is one of those things that you just add in. Say, okay, I'm going to set my timer. I'm going to do this for 5 minutes. And then you can move on with the rest of your routine. And what I usually like to do is I will do, my cleanse first, and then I will apply the facial oil and do the gua sha, and then apply any other products that I'm using for that day. You can do that morning or evening. If you're doing it in that morning time, the AM, you're going to depuff. It's going to help you depuff the skin. It's also going to help you wake up. And if you're doing it in the PM, it's going to be more calming. It's going to help you release that tension and prepare for your sleep, your rest. And when you pair the Glow Elixir with this ritual, it feels like a self-care on another level. And that's what I wanted it to be. That's why I created it. But this glide is going to be seamless. The botanicals sink into the skin, and you finish not just looking lifted, but feeling aligned. It also gives you a really nice glow. I had a client who started gua sha after years of jaw pain and puffiness, and she told me within 2 weeks, her face felt lighter in the mornings and her jaw wasn't aching anymore. And that was huge for her. That made such a big difference and helped her keep going and stay consistent, because she's seen those results for herself. The lift was a bonus, but what really stuck with her was how calm she felt after doing it. And that's the magic of gua sha, and why I'll never treat it as just a beauty hack. It's a ritual that shifts how you feel in your own skin. And it can shift how your clients feel in their skin. And the more they do at home, the more that they're going to see results in the treatment room as well, when they're combining both home practices and getting treatments from you. So here's my takeaway for you today. Gua sha isn't just about cheekbones, but it's about flow. It's about release. It's about creating a moment in your day where you reconnect with your body and your soul. So if you've been curious to start or restart your gua sha ritual, grab your stone tonight. Slow down and let it be more than just a tool. And if you want serum designed specifically for gua sha, my Glow Elixir is waiting for you at skinsoulrituals.com. I'll put the link below so it's easy access. But it's lightweight, it's nourishing, it's going to make every stroke feel like silk. I'll link it in the show notes. And because I know so many of you love the visuals, I also have a step-by-step Gua Sha tutorial up on my YouTube channel. I'll link that as well so you can follow along visually. Thank you so much for being here with me. Your beauty is created through daily rituals that connect you back to yourself. And it's all about learning what tools work best for you. But I truly do believe that Gua Sha is one of the best tools out there that you can do at home that offers so much more than just beauty benefits, but it offers those soul benefits, those self-care benefits. And that at the end of the day is what we need more of in our life. I feel like if you feel confident, you show up in a different light, in a different way, and you feel more beautiful. So try out Gua Sha if you have not before. Let me know in the comments if you tried it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you next week.